Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Millie and I am the owner of Art With Me shop on Etsy. Today I will be teaching you how you can print shipping labels from your house using Etsy. Just a warning, this process requires that you have an Etsy shop since you'll be going into your shop dashboard and a credit card / bank account that is already in Etsy system as payout. This is how you'll be able to buy your shipping labels. But before we get into this tutorial, I'm going to go over some things you'll need for this process. I will link everything in the description below. First, you'll need a label printer. I have this one from Amazon. It's called a Label Range LP320 label printer. It costs about like $58 for the USB version, but if you want Bluetooth, it will cost $70, almost $70. These printers are usually very pricey as they can go from $70 to $400, but I was lucky to get this one at such a low price. Make sure you get a label printer that is not only compatible with your operating system like Mac or Windows, but make sure it says it's compatible with Etsy, since, that's the whole point. Second, you'll need some shipping labels. I have these 4x6 thermal shipping labels also from Amazon. These come with 500 labels in a stack for almost $10. I already put the labels into my label printer, so I took care of that already. Third, you'll need a small scale. I have the scale from Amazon. It's from a company called Pomada. It's a great tool, especially for small businesses. And lastly, you'll need a device, like a computer, tablet, or smartphone. This is where you'll be getting your labels from. But this depends on your label printer, like whether it comes with Bluetooth or not. Mine doesn't, so I have to use a USB cable and I have to connect it to my computer so it can work. So I'll be using my computer for this video. Okay, so here is how you can print shipping labels at home with Etsy. So you go to Google or whatever search engine you go on, and you head over to Etsy.com. You could just type in the search bar and press enter, and this will lead you to Etsy's homepage. Make sure you're logged in. Then you see this little store icon right here? It kind of looks like a building. Well, you're going to have to click that. This will lead you to your shop manager page. This is where you'll create your listings, view your stats, message buyers, print labels, all that stuff. So you'll have to navigate to this left bar over here, and you have to click on orders. You can see the orders that are new. I have a new order here. It looks like someone ordered a sticker sheet. So for the purpose of this video, I will be making a shipping label for this order. So to make the shipping label, we have to tell Etsy which order to make the label for. You can't just press this get shipping labels button. You notice that it is grayed out too. So we select the order by going to the left and clicking this blank square. You can click on it, and then you see this get shipping labels button. You can click on this. After clicking on the button, it will lead you to this pop-up page. You're probably confused, like what is this page? Well, this is where you'll be calculating the values for your shipment. This is important because the cost of the shipping labels depends on the type, the weight, and the measurements of the package, as well as the distance. So for the type, since this is a sticker sheet, I will be sending this in flat package. So I will select flat. Before we do anything else, well, we're going to set it to tomorrow. We're going to ship this tomorrow because, as you see, it's 6:47 p.m., like as you see on my computer on top right here. The post office closes at 5 p.m., so we could just deliver it tomorrow because they're not open right now. I take out my scale, and I turn it on. Takes a while for it. Oh, it turned on immediately? Okay. Depending on the scale you're using, make sure the mode is set to LB, or pounds. As you can tell, I'm from the US, and this is what we use for weight, as well as the American Etsy site. They ask us to measure with pounds, so I will do that. Like, I'm gonna place the package on here, so I'm just gonna move all this. Then it says 0 pounds, 6 ounces. Memorize that number, place this here. So it says 0 pounds and 0.6 ounces. 0.6 ounces, so we will put that in. And lastly, for the measurements, I will be putting the height, the width, and the length of the package. I'm gonna measure this right now. So it looks like the length is 7.75 inches. Then for the width, it's 5.75 inches. And then for the height, I'm just gonna put 0.1 since it's a flat. And as you see here, measure the package. Then there is one last step before buying the labels. You have to select which carrier your package will be shipped by. You can choose between USPS, FedEx, and UPS. These are the main shipping services for the US. I usually go for USPS as it is not only fast in terms of delivery, but it is much more affordable from what I could handle. There's also a post office literally 1 minute away from my house, so that's super convenient. The nearest UPS and FedEx facilities are about 20 to 30 minutes from here. But again, that depends on where you live in the US. USPS is just more convenient for me. So I select USPS, then I select the delivery service, then I select first class mail, then I click review. Okay, it's going to confirm if I want to buy the label for this order, which costs $3.07. That's great. And I click purchase. And it loads for a couple of seconds before directing me to this pop-up page where it asks whether I want to print a label or packing slip. I want to print a label, so I click that. But before doing so, I have to turn on my label printer. I connect the USB cable to my computer, and I flick the on switch. It's on. So now I can click print shipping labels, and then it will pull up what the label will look like. The address the buyer put when they purchase the listing will go on the label. So buyers, make sure you put the correct address unless you want your packages delivered to the wrong house for some reason. So you go over to the printer icon, which is right here, and it pulls up what the label will look like. Make sure to click on the label printer. You see I have 2 printers here. This is my Epson Ecotech printer I use for like all of my products. We don't want that. We want the labels from this BT320 printer. This is the label printer. So we click print. And before you know it, the label is done. Don't be afraid to take the label out from the printer. My label printer has sharp teeth right here. So when I tear it out, just rips out, just like that. To place a label on the package, just peel the paper from the back, stick the label on the package. Just like that. And you're done. All you have to do now is to bring the package to your facility, depending on the one you picked. I will bring this to the post office, and they will take it, scan it, and it's out. If you found my tutorial helpful, or if you feel more confident in printing labels from home using Etsy, please leave a like. If you'd like to see more related content in the future, go ahead and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.